Ladies and gentlemen, Matiang'i conducted a very successful homecoming. And in this homecoming, there are so many things that were evident from there. However, I was able to note some things that were missing in this homecoming. Probably it's because it was too early. But on this video here today, I want to enlighten you people on what was missing in Matiang'i's journey to Kisii region. But before I take you through that, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today. But before I do so, please let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. What were these things that were missing in Matiang'i's journey to Kisii? Number 1, there was no proper branding. We could see vehicles of Jubilee Party and that one for UPA. That means there was no distinct color of Dr. Fred Matiang'i's presidency or candidature for 2027. So there's no color so far, there's no proper branding that we can associate him in any way. The fact remains, it's too early, and I said that. But there was no proper branding. Number 2, in Dr. Fred Matiang'i's tour, he did not declare officially that he's going for presidency. Mostly because he's still an employee of the World Bank. But the fact is, he had insinuated that he is ready for the job. But official declaration that he's going to vie for presidency, he hasn't done it. But probably he will do it in somewhere else, either in Nairobi, Nakuru, or maybe even Mombasa. Or even Kisumu. He can do it in any other place that he wants to. But the fact is, he did not declare officially that he's going to vie for presidency come 2027. What he simply said, he's going to engage with other people, talk, and agree. And that message was consistent in Kisii and even in Ominyoro. Dr. Fred Matiang'i also asked for permission to engage with others. That is an open conversation that is creating, in that it's either him or someone else can run for presidency, but the fact is, so long as they're together. And this is what he said in Ominyoro. That is a clear indication that Dr. Fred Matiang'i is open. He's liberal. Anyone can come on board, whichever the people might accept. But the fact remains, he's the most favorite candidate for 2027 as per today, unless things change before 2027. Another thing that we could be able to see from there is that Dr. Fred Matiang'i did not declare his party. Despite coming from the Kisii region, where UPA party is dominant, more especially in Nyamira County, he hasn't declared officially that UPA is his party, and that UPA is the one that is going to use in the campaigns for president come 2027. So Matiang'i did not declare any party so far as we speak. And one thing that people are waiting, especially from the Kisii region, or even the entire region, the entire nation, is to see which party Matiang'i is going to go with. Is it Jubilee that is going to counter Rigathi Gachagwa's party in the mountain, or it's a new party that's going to come up all together? So in a nutshell, he did not declare officially the party that's going to vie with. When Matiang'i went to Ominyoro, I did not see Jeremiah Kioni there. And that was a signal to my side that probably it might not be the Jubilee party. However, Matiang'i is at liberty to decide the party that might come for in the Kisii region and go to the rest of the country. But the fact is, the party is going to use is going to be very significant in that it will determine if he'll be able to pocket all the good votes from Kisii region. That is about 72% or 80% plus. Number 2, if he's going to have a friendly conversation with Rigathi Gachagua in the mountain region. Because if you take a party that's going to rival Gachagwa's party in the mountain, and then you want to agree and sit down and agree for the person to become a presidential candidate, then that means there will be something that will be wrong with the coalition of opposition. So the fact remains that Dr. Fred Matiang'i must be very careful on the party that's going to choose come 2027. Also, I did not see a distinct team of Dr. Fred Matiang'i, especially the team that's going to propel him for presidency. Why? There's a certain picture that a team must bring up, or a candidate must bring up. There's a certain picture that team must portray. 1, nationality. It must also show that this thing is portraying Kenyanism. This is Kenyan. This is going to propel a one Kenya, not a Kisii region. But when I look at the journey towards Kisii here, It was majorly these Gusii leaders, and maybe probably it's because it was a homecoming for Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. But when it comes to the national movement, Dr. Fred Matiang'i will need people from all over the country. People who will propel his campaign across the country. And that is very possible because Matiang'i has connections across. He engaged so many people. He's a close friend to Natembeya. He's a close friend to Balala. He's a close friend to even Peter Munya. He's a close friend to many other leaders in Mount Kenya region like Joe Misheru. He's a close friend to so many leaders that he can be able to bring on board and eventually craft a very nice team for 2027. If you look at William Ruto, he crafted a team from across the country. If you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, from 2007 all the way to 2022, he had a team that could cut across the entire country. So therefore, it is mandatory that he must also have a plan to get a team that is going to cut across the entire country. So the reason why as to why that he must have this team, it's because this is the team that is going to go to the grassroots in various parts of this country. Mobilize for him. Get people. Get aspirants. And ensure that he has gotten votes. Apart from that, in the presidency, there's organization that is needed. But especially when it comes to the issue to do with the agents, payment of agents, and ensuring that there's good work happening at the grassroots. They don't have the police. They don't have the government. They must depend on people who are smart, people who are not who are not going to betray the team, and people actually, most importantly, who are loyal to Dr. Fred Matiang'i's team. So therefore, those are the few things I noted that were missing. But however, on the comment section, I'll be delighted to see what you also noted from your side. But to me, I feel that that was the missing piece in Dr. Fred Matiang'i's team. Lastly, I was just forgetting this. I also realized some bit of lack of organization. I realized that the people, the way they were speaking, the pattern, the way they were organized, I did not see a proper organization. But the fact is, this was just a casual homecoming. I believe there's no proper organization that is needed there. But the fact is, if they organize themselves well, they are probably going to take this county, these presidential ambitions far. But also, I did not see whether he actually filtered some of the people who should be around him. Someone like Amos Nyaribo, I stand here to categorically state that he's a failure in Nyamira County and he should not be near Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. These are people spoil votes instead of giving Dr. Matiang'i votes. And remember one mistake that Raila Amolo Odinga did in 2022. He's going to campaign in Kisumu with his locals, with us and Joe. Something could not have done. The people who were supposed to campaign are the local members of parliament, the governor, the senators. But instead, Raila Amolo Odinga was there campaigning. So these are things that Matiang'i must ensure that he's taken keen on them and ensure that at least come 2027, he's doing things different. My name is Abel Mukwa. Let me see in the comment section what you think.